all sickened by the killings of Alton Sterling in Baton Rouge and Philando Castile outside of St. Paul. According to the ACLU, Mr. Castile was the 123rd African-American to be killed by law enforcement this year. That is, of course, no excuse for last week's vicious murders of 5 police officers in Dallas. But the knowledge that Mr. Sterling's and Mr. Castile's deaths come on the heels of a long list of senseless killings of black men, women, and children whose encounters with the police might have gone differently had they not been black must spur us to take action. Black Lives Matter is not a hashtag, it is an imperative. And I appreciate the work that you are doing and your department is doing in this regard, and I hope you'll keep us informed on that. But I want to go to a different matter, related, unfortunately. Exactly 1 month ago today, a lone gunman killed 49 people and wounded more than 50 others in an LGBT nightclub in Orlando. Mass shootings are now an all too common occurrence in this country. In 2016, there were 229 mass shootings, defined as shootings in which at least 4 people are shot. As you know, every day, on average, nearly 300 Americans are shot in murders, assaults, suicide attempts, accidents, and police actions. 48 of them are children and teenagers. This is a distinctly American problem. More than 33,000 Americans lose their lives to gun violence each year. In the United Kingdom, in 2011, 146 deaths to gun violence. Denmark, 71. Portugal, 142. Japan, just 30. The United States, 33,000. You cannot tell me, no one can tell me, that the American people are 1,000 times more mentally ill than people in these other countries. A recent study in the American Journal of Medicine found that compared to 22 other high-income countries, the gun-related murder rate in the United States is 25 times higher. We have held there is an epidemic of gun violence. And how has the majority in Congress responded? With emergency hearings about Hillary Clinton's and Lois Lerner's emails. We have held, of course, 0 hearings on gun violence. We have passed no bills to address the issue. We have done nothing to require universal background checks. We continue to allow military-style assault weapons on our streets. And we have not even prevented those on the no-fly list from purchasing guns. That's why I was proud to join John Lewis and nearly the entire Democratic caucus in protesting the Republican Congress's abdication on this issue. Now, Ms. Lynch, what does the assassination of 5 Dallas police officers last week tell us about the NRA's favorite adage? The only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. The police officers, after all, were armed. And what about an armed society is a polite society?